Yo, Sam here with a new video today, y'all. And today I got something real special for y'all. Real special. This is something that I think y'all really gonna enjoy. And I'm just gonna get straight into it. That nigga Playboi Carti just got some sexual assault charges, y'all. So let me break it down. So it's not just him, it's three other rappers. There are three other rappers. Let me wait a second, y'all. Let me get the names. But yo, this is some crazy shit. He hopped on live, or I think he hopped on some type of live the other day, talking about like how you gonna play me like that, bitch? I would never do no shit like that. Like saying some shit like that, which, bruh, it's bad, y'all. It's really bad. To think of it, he might have did some shit like this, but like, who am I to judge? You know, I got the video for y'all. Let's get straight into it, y'all. Saying TCD gang, straight into it.
So, one of Carti's old classmates has come out to expose him for allegedly SAing her friend, with then unotheatctivist apparently hurting this girl, and thouxanBanFauni and Ian Connor touching her inappropriately. This girl even had tweets about this all the way back around 2016 and 2017.
And like I was saying, it's not just Playboi Carti, y'all. It's some rappers that Playboi Carti I went to school with. He went to school with these artists. And these girls are claiming that Playboi Carti has sexual assaulted them with these other two boys. But there's like three females. There's two or three females I think that they're talking about. And I think one of them doesn't want to say anything. The other two probably want to get out as much information as they can. But the rappers that are being accused is it's unotheatctivist, Ian Connor, and thouxanBanFauni. Yo, thouxanBanFauni, yo, that's crazy. I ain't even gonna lie, this is crazy, y'all.
From when it happened, and even a phone call recording of Carti. There's a lot to cover, so let's just get into it. So this would all start a couple of days ago when this girl called Black Silk Baby posted a TikTok showing off a high school yearbook, which included Playboi Carti. This video went viral, gaining millions of views with comments ranging from the fact Summer Walker was in the book to, of course, Playboi Carti. Now, after this video it gained a lot of attention, she decided to make a video in response to a Carti fan saying, "Never seen Carti before he was a vampire," where she would out of nowhere reveal all of these allegations, whilst telling us she has a recording of the phone call after it all happened.
I have a recording of him yelling at me after he SA'd my friend, and after I tweeted about what the activist did to me. He in a hotel room, and I was by Ian Connor and thouxanBanFauni, and I tweeted about all of those things, and then he called me and yelled at me for like 20.
So she was sexually assaulted by thouxanBanFauni. Her. The other girls, I don't think they have online yet, but they might have. Well, I haven't watched this full video. I'm reacting with you guys to this video. This is crazy information, y'all.
20 minutes, and I literally had myself on mute, like I didn't say a single word, and I tried posting the recording of it here on TikTok like 10 times, but even when I go through and meticulously censor all the curse words and everything, it gets removed. So I already have a strike on my account. I gave up on it. You guys aren't going to hear it. Sorry. Maybe I'll post it on Twitter or something one day. But something I can post is his old mixtape that he shared with me. This is probably somewhere else online. I think it might be on SoundCloud, but it's not in his discography on like Apple Music or Spotify or whatever. But I found my old laptop from 2016 as well, and it's like completely untouched since 2016. And I found that mixtape in there, which I think he sent that to me. It must have been before 2016 because he graduated a couple years earlier than me. So this is from like 2013 or something. Yeah, those are just little snippets. Anyways, also, people ask me if I ever was friends with him or had classes with him. I took newspaper class with him, and we were friends. We weren't like best.
Newspaper class, my nigga. If y'all don't know, newspaper class, that's not a class, that's a club, y'all. And if you listen to what she said, she wasn't in the same grade as Playboi Carti. Playboi Carti was levels higher. He was levels higher ahead of her. You know, he graduated before her. So what type of freak shit was Playboi Carti on? Like, to really think of it, what type of freak shit was that nigga on?
best friends. We were friends, and like we would hang out outside of school and stuff like that. But then obviously the things that I mentioned at the beginning of the video happened, so we were not friends anymore. Yeah. And to answer the questions about like Summer Walker, I was not friends with her at all. We just didn't like know each other. They were also like 2 grades above me, so I was a freshman in that photo. Anyways, yeah, like I said, I'll try to post that the record.
I don't know if I could believe her though, guys, because like she sounds like white black, like really white black, like really really white. I don't know if she has a white mom who raised her or something, but that's the vibe that I'm getting here, you know? Like maybe like she's just trying to milk this for all the situation she can. But let's see if like there's any more information or if there's levels to it.
Recording of the call on Twitter. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want him to like sue me or something. So maybe I just won't. Maybe I just won't.
So this girl in the video, Carti didn't do anything directly to her. Carti apparently did it to one of her friends. This girl in the video here was apparently attacked by Uno and inappropriately touched by Ian Connor and Fauni. So first I'm going to go into the tweets and the phone call because that is probably what you all want to see first. So I myself went to her Twitter and found these tweets in regards to Carti. 13th of April in 2016, considering the fact that Ian Connor grabbed my verse and threatened to punch my friend in the face of she didn't kiss Carti, plus the grape. It seemed like this tweet was in response to something, however it was deleted and we can no longer see it, not giving us too much context why she replied this. 11th of September in 2017, a year later, F Playboi Carti, F unotheatctivist, F Curtis Williams from 2-9. This was in response to a tweet where it said F all these rappers that hurt women, with Black Silk Baby of course alluding that these people here hurt her or women in general. Now I personally didn't know.
This is crazy too because this is a long time ago, y'all. This is like, wow. This nigga did that shit in his high school years.
Who Curtis Williams is. However, after doing some research, he's an Atlanta artist and has worked with A$AP Rocky before, so I'm presuming she was hanging out with him too, or one of her friends were, and this Curtis dude may have done something to them. 8th of January in 2019, 2 years later, excuse me, IFT on Playboi Carti. Recent charges were dropped, but I witnessed him force himself on my friend and he threatened to kill me when I tried to expose it. I have recordings of this. This was another reply on Twitter, seemingly trying to get her story out there about the situation that happened. Around 2016, she would also put out tweets regarding Ian touching her without consent. Apparently he grabbed her inappropriately while saying I like your verse, as a response to her saying she likes his shoes. Yeah, very weird, but
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's actually, yo, that's what type of shit was they on, bro? What the fuck? And can you believe that Playboi Carti, bro, the sensation, was really on this type of timing, bro, with his high school friends? That shit is crazy.
I mean, this is Ian Connor. We shouldn't be surprised by this. Now, of course, these tweets aren't proof it happened, but with the fact she's been trying to spread awareness of this situation for over a decade, again, isn't proof, but with the fact that most of these guys here have a long history of allegations, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary. Anyways, so eventually she would post a phone call recording to her Twitter. She captioned it, recording of Playboi Carti yelling at me after I tweeted about what he did to my friend. At this point, I'm not going to tell her story for her. You know, the activist beat me in a hotel room that same night, and yes, I did tell the police. Then under the post, she would add another message. Also, I was there when he and Ian Connor assaulted my friend. I didn't witness it, but I was in the next room with her boyfriend, and she told him in detail what happened immediately after. If she wants to tell the story, she will. I'm not going to. So let me play the phone recording now.
I won't touch you, bro. It's bitches out here who do that for me, bro. Dead ass. That's what I'm telling you. And I tell your mom that, bro. Dead ass, bro. Dead ass. Like, it's whatever, bro. I'm calling your ass. I have your number. You wrote an article on me, nigga. I have your name in my DM. All that. So all that talking, bro, it looked kind of crazy, bro. Like, I got all this shit, bro. The fuck? Only reason I'm calling you, bro, because it's called, yo, what the fuck is this girl off the drugs, bro? And she's like, honestly, I don't know. But actually, you should talk to your mom, bro, and tell her what the fuck you got going on, bro. And you can try to slander nigga's name because you're a hating ass girl, bro. And that's just you. You crazy, bro. You got it. I don't even know what the fuck is going on, bro. I just go on your page.
To be real, like, bro, this sound like a nigga that really honestly don't know what's happening, bro. This sound like a nigga that's mad confused. Like, I don't know, like, maybe Playboi Carti probably even do this shit. It sound like thouxanBanFauni, Uno the activist. It seemed like them niggas was more in that type of timing. But no, I wasn't there, so I can't even like say that.
Tweeting, done, did this and that and that, and then these lame ass, I don't even know. They don't know, bro. But what? I don't care, bro. But don't say nothing that's not true. Say what's true, and if anyone is mad about me, because I want to last night, and I probably what?
You see how soft spoken that nigga is though? He said, "Say what's true, bro. Say what's true and really like." You see how that nigga Playboi? Say what's true, bro, and keep it too, and like don't be lying on my name, trying to get niggas. Like you see how that nigga speaking it, like keep it true, bro. Like that nigga, bro. And it will really go up my head, right? It's how this fuck ass nigga gonna sue Tyler the Creator, bro. You are real life. That's a pussy move.
What I do? What? I don't know what the fuck I did. Tell her to call me. Matter of fact, I'll call her as I got the phone with you. But me and you, bro, what? There's nothing for you to, what? You just mad. You sound mad. Nigga think they this shit, so you want to lie. Nigga, what? Come on, bro.
I'm just recording
in my DM talking about to use they clout for something else. Bro, come on. You're not dumb. When I was a senior in high school, we wasn't on the that you was on, bro. Dead ass, bro. You need to get your life together, bro, because you looking crazy. Dead ass, bro. I really wouldn't have called you if I didn't know you, bro. I had your number in my phone.
Wait, I'm just recording it.
LLIE, bro. I had your number.
This nigga Playboi Carti is stupid as shit. He said, bro, you still on that same shit that you was on when you in high school and shit. Like, you grown, like, dead eyes, bro. Like, he said dead eyes, bro. Like, I'm really listening to this. I really don't think this nigga Playboi Carti did that shit. I think that maybe thouxanBanFauni or Uno the activist may have did some shit like that. But I don't think Playboi Carti, like, I don't think that nigga himself was on that type of timing. It don't sound like it. And it don't even sound like the nigga was defending himself necessarily, or he was just saying, bro, dead eyes, like, tell the truth, don't be on that weird shit. This was literally what he said.
Nice, like, bro, so it's good. Just stop lying, bro. The shit you got going on with Uno, that's y'all, bro. You should went to that room, bro. Dead ass. But other than that, don't come at me with no butt shit, bro.
And then you hear how deeper it is. How you talking about, yeah, hey, that was the shit that you got going on with Uno. Don't bring that shit with me over here. You should have never went through that nigga phone. You just heard that, y'all? Oh, I mean, she went through that nigga phone and found something she did not like. But don't never do that shit, though. Because any female that watch my video, you go through a nigga phone, that shit gonna be, you leaving the next day, like, you leaving. Because you ain't gonna like what you see. But, you know, you don't go looking for shit.
Don't, right? We don't even have that. You don't have no more privilege, bro. We don't have that, bro. Don't come to me talking about what I should be doing, what the fuck I'm doing, bro. Let me do me, bro. You do you, bro. You don't fuck with niggas. Don't fuck with niggas. Don't come to nobody's show. The fuck? What you talking about, bro? You put everything on yourself. And then you want to tell your mom you doing, get scared of somebody. Nobody, bro. You know, I'm not, bro. That's a waste of my time.
But you just...
Not come at me, bro. Don't come at me, bro. I'm the wrong one to come at. I'm not these other niggas, bro. Come at me and say you gonna do something to me, bro. Man down, bro. You better ask somebody, bro. I'm dead ass, bro. I ain't, bro. I can pay somebody to do some shit, bro.
This nigga says, this nigga stupid as shit. He said that you coming after me, you tell anybody come after me, bro. Niggas already know man down, bro. Man, this nigga not even speaking English, bro. This nigga just said the Carti words. This nigga talking Carti. This nigga over here talking Carti and shit, bro.
Bro, I don't fight, bro. Don't play with me, bro. Don't play with me about no false shit, bro. Dead ass. Because if it's true, it's true.
Just wait.
Nigga, take it to court, nigga. Don't come at me with no false shit, bro. I don't give a who you with. Your mom, your dad. I don't give a. I'm from the A2, bro. You got me f***ed up. I ain't asking from none of y'all. I ain't asked you to come to my show. I ain't, bro, what? Wasn't relevant.
Bro, you just said stop lying. I'm from the AT, my nigga. Just keep it real. Like, and man, usually we never hear, like, we never get a phone call. We never, bro, any type of Playboi Carti performance, or that should be snappy, quick. It'll never be this fast. It never be this long. You know what I mean? This is a whole conversation this nigga was having, just saying stop being weird. Just stop it, bro. Stop playing with my name. All types of shit.
Today, bro, I don't have to be relevant to you, bro. You can try to burn my name all you want, bro, but that's lame on your part, bro. Dead ass, dog.
Wait 1 sec.
Dead ass. Damn. Come on.
And then I said a little bit earlier, it said if it's true, take me to court. He did say that shit, y'all. And it's been like what, 10 years almost, still no court date.
That's some other shit. You lying on niggas, bro. You dead ass lying on niggas, like dead ass. And if a nigga fought you, bro, why the fuck you going, bro? I usually don't let
What?
you know. Why you ain't call the police, bro? There's been beating on you, bro.
I'm just recording it.
Hello.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Why you didn't call the police?
So the video didn't really give us much apart from Carti really shouting at her and threatening to beat her for 4 minutes straight. It seemed like he was angry because he was being tied in with all the stuff that Uno.
Bro, what? Bro, we really just dissected. Never mind, bro. This nigga, he didn't, bro. This nigga wasn't. He was saying, if Uno beat you, why didn't you call the police? She couldn't answer the question.
And at the end, he did, putting out those tweets accusing not only him but all of his friends of those terrible things, which obviously didn't make him look great, so he probably wanted the girl to take them down and stop talking about him. Firstly, a lot of fans were questioning if this was...
That makes sense. That's why she said earlier, any type of video that's being made, label probably takes it down. The label probably pays a couple, like they probably tell TikTok, or they probably get the little contact and get that shit straight taken down. Because you're trying to take somebody's name down, and it's called defamation. He could sue you for that.
Even Carti in the first place. I mean, personally, I think it is. If any of you go watch clips from Carti back in like 2015 or 2016, it sounds just like him. Even fans in the comments are agreeing it's him. Bro, I've been a fan of Carti for the longest. This is 100% Carti. He's just a lot younger here, but sounds like he's innocent. It was something personal with her and Uno, and she tried to blame it on Carti, but this forever ago, who cares, LMAO. You sound like a new fan. Search up old vids of Carti talking from 2015. This vid ain't new, it's 10 years ago. Honestly, I might even play a video for comparison, but yeah, it sounds just like old Carti.
Oh my mama, because I don't talk to niggas, can't say nothing. And only can say to me, they can be like, oh, they can, some say I changed on them because I thought they was on the same shit was on, but they not.
That you was on, bro. Dead, like dead ass, bro.
Yo, you know, bro, that nigga Carti, young Carti was on that shit, boy. That nigga he was really trying to get to a different level and not trying to have weird niggas around him. And that's why I think he has certain niggas, like, we don't get what Ken Carson or Destroy Lonely, we don't see them niggas going, like, for sexual assault charges and weird shit being said on them. Back in the days, thouxanBanFauni, Uno the Activist, and whatever that other nigga name is, these niggas have fell off because these niggas probably was on weird shit. They was probably on weird demonic entities and frequencies. You know, probably just wasn't. And Playboi Carti ain't want to be around you. I gotta respect that shit.
Your life together, bro, because you looking crazy. Dead ass, bro. I really wouldn't have called you if I didn't know you, bro. I had your number in my phone.
Wait, I'm sure we're in.
LLIE.
A lot of people argued it's not him and it's actually Ian, but as you can tell from the replies and the amount of people liking it, all the replies, most people are agreeing that it's Carti in the phone call. But as I said, it doesn't really show any proof of Carti actually doing anything or showing proof of anything. Like really, the only evidence so far is the girl's tweets and her saying it happened in these TikToks. Now, I'm not saying this to disprove her claims, I'm just stating that there's no evidence, which honestly, in most cases like this, there isn't much evidence, which of course is quite unfortunate, and especially now that it's 10 years later, they obviously can't do much about it. Now, the girl did post more videos of her explaining what happened while showing pictures of her and Ian together. Now, all that Ian Connor stuff, I don't even doubt, because the dude's got like over 33 allegations, so we all know he's a weirdo. And I mean, even Carti, he's got multiple.
Damn, bro, what the hell? That nigga Ian had 21 sexual assault allegations. Yo, that's devious activity, y'all. What the fuck?
Assault cases, but no SA ones, but still a terrible person, so I don't doubt it.
Oh, everybody knows this. Everybody's seen this. I honestly think that nigga was on top of some type of drugs. He had to be on some type of mind-altering drugs for sure.
Maybe this Black Silk baby girl can get her friend to come out and speak on the allegations, if she wants to of course. Then unotheatctivist. I mean, personally, I'm not like a fan of them, I don't know too much about them, but if they're hanging out with Ian and Carti in the first place, they're probably getting into the same trouble as them. And actually, let me play this video because it explains what went down, and apparently the police were actually there.
Anyways, I posted it on Twitter, and my Twitter is Black Silk Baby. And here's a really, really ugly picture of me. I think this was in 2016 or 2015, I don't know. Of me and Ian Connor, and this is my vehicle, and we're sitting in the trunk of my car. I drove them to North Carolina for one of Carti's shows, and Key and Man Savage. Me and my friends were like basically teenage groupies.
Fucking bum ass nigga. You ain't have your car, nigga. You don't have no car, nigga. You see what? That's why these niggas ain't shit now. What the fuck you bumming off a 16, 17-year-old girl for a car, nigga? Nigga, you a bitch. That's some bum ass shit. If I ever seen it. This photo tells me what type of bum ass nigga this is.
I'm not like proud of that, but like a guy that I was friends with at school started getting famous and was having shows with people like Lil Uzi Vert and Lil Yachty, and we could get in for free and we could hang out backstage and be on the stage with them, and it was fun. It was fun for a while until it wasn't, and you would have done the same thing. Also, I'll try to tell the story of what happened with unotheatctivist without getting this taken down, so I'll have to censor myself. But basically, he invited me to a party at a hotel room the same night that Carti did what he did to my friend. And I was with my gay boyfriend, my gay friend that was a boy. And he told me, he told us it was going to be a big party, we should show up. And I guess he thought I was going to come alone. So he didn't invite my friend, he invited me. But I brought my friend. Sorry, I'm telling the story really bad. And then I showed up to the hotel room. It was just him and one other guy, and then me and my friend. And we were very confused why there was no one else there. So then we wanted to leave. And he was basically trying to make me stay and get my friend to leave. And I don't know what him and his friend were planning on doing to me, but I was not having it. And then his friend pulled out
Nah, bro, I believe this story too, bro. I believe this shit. I really do believe this shit. Wow, that's crazy.
That was obviously...
Because if you notice, the real stories have to do when Carti's not even around. That's why the other girl, she don't even want to speak on it. She probably like, yo, like, to be honest, like, the shit that happened with Carti, that shit probably was consensual. This shit, this is definitely not consensual. Like, no, I believe what she's saying. But the other girl, she's lying. And I'm not just saying that because, like, I'm a little bit of a Carti fan or whatever. I'm saying, like, off the facts and the evidence and all this. This is the only girl that's really coming out making actual videos. Not stuttering, not acting like she faked it, not acting like she got a script. She's saying it like off her heart, off her chest.
Extremely terrifying, and me and my friend were like fighting back because he was saying like, no, I'm not leaving without her, and it escalated very, very quickly. And then Uno just started like me up, basically. And I eventually got out of there. When I got out, the police had arrived.
Damn.
And they like went in. They didn't arrest him, but they like were asking me for a police report and stuff like that. The neighboring hotel rooms, I guess, had called the police because it was very loud. And they asked me if I wanted to press charges, and I like thought about it because they said I didn't have to decide right then. I could like decide later. And I thought about it, and like I was about to go to college and stuff, and like I just didn't feel like doing that. Like I just didn't feel like going through a whole court process and like possibly getting a lawyer and stuff. Like I didn't even know what that entailed. I was a teenager, and I knew I just like wanted to be rid of that night from my memory because it was very traumatic. It's not as much anymore. Like I can talk about it and I'm totally fine. But during that time, I just like I just wanted to pretend it didn't happen. And we had.
And I'm gonna be real, that makes sense. Based on her attitude, how she was the whole videos and all that, this seemed like the realest she's actually been. I believe her on this story.
Together a few times before that night, so I guess that he assumed that that's what was going to happen that night. And yeah.
So in this video, she admitted that her and her friend were basically teen groupies, and they thought hanging out with these rappers was cool and fun. She drove them to Carti shows, slept with Uno, and was, as she said herself, a rapper groupie. In that video, she mostly spoke about how Uno assaulted her and never ended up pressing charges because she didn't want to go through the whole process of that as she was about to go to college. Which of course is very unfortunate, as this is probably what happens with a lot of these cases. I mean, it happened with Carti's pregnant girlfriend assault case. The girl never ends up pressing charges, the rapper never faces consequences for his actions. At most, they spend a night in jail and continue doing these things with no repercussions. So before we kind of go into everything that happened, break down what happened, what fans are saying, and just kind of final thoughts, let me play you the final clip from the girl that exposed all of this, just so we have everything out of the way.
The parasocial relationship you writing dweebs have with.
I'm not gonna lie, but you can see like during like you could tell like I'm even gonna lie, after like a lot of this shit Playboi Carti's been through, his music has changed. Him like going through everything, him doing all that shit, music has definitely changed. But what really got me is like, I don't know, I feel like we haven't heard the true Playboi Carti. This is like the Playboi Carti of like the, how like Tyler the Creator started off with like a certain way. The nigga was talking, just going stupid, just obliterating the mic, talking about whatever the nigga want, rape, mate, whatever, you know what I mean? But it's crazy like how that nigga Playboi Carti, like the 30 songs, they're alright, but they're not like, I don't know. It needs that little bit of an older person or a little bit of that old school touch, maybe. You know what I mean? That's my say so. But let's get straight back into this.
With Carti is very pathetic. You don't know him. I did know him. And this isn't like my first time speaking about this. I haven't been like,
damn, she corrected the fuck out of me. My fault. Hold up. My fault.
Completely silent until now, and I was like anticipating his new album drop so I could like, I don't follow his music career. I didn't know he had a new album. I put that song on it because it was the first Carti song that came up. I've been talking about this, or I did talk about it right after it happened in 2016. I posted about it after that. The writing dweebs came for me again, and I just like got tired of it, and I didn't talk about it again for a few years, but I came across my yearbook. And then
one thing that I don't really like about this girl is that she's trying to make it seem like it's Carti. Like Carti didn't do shit to you. You know what I mean? Carti didn't do shit to you.
I was to tell a story about something I experienced in my own life. It doesn't fit the God complex cult-like narrative that you little dweebs have about him, and you don't like it. Sorry, not my fault. And then you can call me a lot of things, but you can't call me a fucking liar. I do not lie. So like, let me get this straight. The people that saying
I don't think she's a liar. I think she's dragging it. She's definitely dragging it. Because, like, if you're, like, okay, you can't just say something and say something about Carti. Carti didn't do shit to you. Who was it, Uno or something? That nigga did whatever to you.
or saying I'm lying. What you're saying is that in 2016, I devised a plan so that I could make up a story and post about it on the internet and then get all of my friends in on the story. And then I sat just anticipating his most anticipated album. I waited 10 years to be able to tell this story just so when he was at the peak of fame, I could bring him down. And then I predicted TikTok and that I could use this story for TikTok clout. Like, it doesn't make sense. How could I possibly have just created this story and do y'all think I used like AI to create the phone call with him? Like, what are you saying? Are y'all cool? And no, I don't have direct evidence of what he did to my friend. A lot of times people don't have evidence for those sorts of things. I was there though, and I believe what she told me and what her boyfriend told me, who was also there. I didn't go like collect DNA evidence and like put hidden cameras around him 24/7. Like, this is not a criminal trial. Like, I have no obligation to prove anything to any of you people on TikTok. None.
So, in summary, Carti apparently SA'd one of her friends, whilst the girl in the video and the victim's boyfriends were there in the next room. Then again, this girl in the video was apparently beat up by Uno in a hotel where police were called but no charges were ever made. And unotheatctivist apparently touched her inappropriately. Now, if we're being real here, just from the top of my head, Carti has a terrible past with women, Ian has a horrid past with women. Just from a quick Google search, I can't
God, that nigga Ian got 21 counts. Crazy.
find any past allegations with Uno, apart from that he got his ass whooped by Trippie Redd. But again, if he's simply hanging around the likes of Carti and Ian, you know, what's the saying? You become the people you spend time with, something like that. And then just from googling Fauni's name, apparently he broke his girlfriend's collarbone. So yeah, people with terrible pasts. I don't doubt they did any of this. I don't even want to speak about it too much or just discuss it because there isn't much to talk about as it's just past tweets and the word of mouth. I just wanted to bring these allegations to light, not discuss if they're real or not. You can make your own opinion up. Most Carti fans that responded to this were just trolling the girl, trying to say it never happened, whilst the majority of normal people acknowledge that this is probably true. I would usually never assume these kind of things on people, but him and Ian Connor used to be running around like Batman and Robin. I wouldn't need any evidence to convince me this is true, which yeah, is honestly true. With most allegations, you need to take it with a grain of salt, but like Carti and Ian Connor, yeah, literally as this guy said, Batman and Robin. Them dudes have dozens of allegations, videos of them beating dudes up. They're serial criminals, or serial criminals with no criminal history. Unfortunately,
Oh God, with no criminal. These niggas are not criminals.
the original
These niggas are just bad niggas who got away with some bad shit.
post, which like went viral on Twitter, got removed by the Playboi Carti community mods, so I can't see people's responses to it anymore. But on Reddit, people are saying Ian Connor and allegations in the same sentence. Here we go again. Pray he drops Baby Boy's single to cover up for it lol, which is a reference to when Carti was arrested. I think it was 2022 or 2023 for the pregnant girlfriend situation, and in an attempt to cover up his arrest, he posted like teasing new music on his Twitter or some stupid stuff like that. Carti beat women, lies, cheats, and in general a shitty person. What else could he possibly do? You know what that means? New fit pics tonight. He actually did this recently, I think. I can't remember what it was for though. He either like dropped a fit pic or even dropped an Instagram single to try cover something up. I can't remember what exactly it was though. If someone lets me know in the comments. I think it was after his goons like jumped a female fan and stole her phone. Not too sure though.
Bro, I don't know what fuck what that nigga was saying, bro. Like you can't just Like, you can't, I mean, he is that famous, but you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna drop a Twitter tweet, or I'm gonna do an Instagram post and it's gonna make my clout go up. Well, you know what? It works like that for certain occasions, but if this was really true, Cardi wouldn't be able to say anything about it, you know? Like, there's some things Kanye will never be able to come back from because they're true. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't doubt, just from the simple basis he was running around with Uno and that other dude, and that other dude had 21 counts of sexual assault is crazy. That's criminal. That is criminal. I'm not gonna lie, that is criminal. But I don't even know what to say to that shit. Damn. But I don't even know what I'm gonna name the title. This is gonna be like maybe 2016 Carti. The reason why niggas don't like Carti or some shit. I don't know. Carti got some bangers, you know, he got some type of good music. I feel like he just need to sit down and have a real conversation with himself. Because, like, I don't know, bro. Like, Tyler the Creator could have helped you with the new album. Could have helped, like, bro. Cause that shit was low-key booty butt cheeks. That shit was booty butt cheeks, your new album. 30 songs. I ain't gonna say all 30 was ass. I'll say about 20 of them bitches, 15 of them bitches were ass cheeks. And I'm gonna be real with you. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Like, I just saw this Kai Cenat shit. He said, when I'm reacting to music, I am not a music like critic or nothing. Well, shit, I would say I'm not a music critic, but I listen to music enough with some shit to know when some shit is ass. You know what I mean? But we up out of here, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what new videos y'all want, all types of stuff. We out of here, y'all.